next week.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start the episode taking the piss then, say it's not. Well, no, they're listening to it next week. I guess released the week after.
All right, okay. It's like we got all the same audio artifacts and everything. We're like, yeah, so this next week, what have everyone been up to?
Going on your story.
We've all constructed a narrative and just slip into psychosis.
Oh, God, nothing's real except the old school ghouls.
Hello, from the
Richard,
future.
From the future. Well, from the past, really. It's a recording, Richard.
No, this is 2026. One of us is definitely going to die before then.
Do you reckon? Well, at least we'll have...
It'd be me.
What, the next 5 years?
Yeah, it'd be me with my bad cocaine habits. What happened to him? He was a hell of a boy. He always fucking walking around with a note stuck in his nose.
Hey, at least you're not like someone we know who's got a fucking makeshift scaffolding to hold their nose together so they can keep sniffing cocaine.
Could be that bad.
What? Who's that?
Yeah.
It's a guy
I'm
I know,
not saying names.
I don't say his name,
Yes,
but
guy.
that's the story. Come on.
There's a guy I know is fucking nose so fucked and all the inside is like collapsed in on itself. That he's got a piece of like 15 mil plastic pipe that he just fucking sort of
Fashioned it off a bomb, didn't he?
fashioned
Off
it.
like a bomb
Yeah.
part.
Well, so he's just got one central nostril made out of plastic.
The super snarge.
No,
The super
he's
sniffer
got two
5000.
nostrils, but he's got two nostrils, but the middle part of his nose is just like warm right through. So
Yeah, so I don't think it's like actually like Danielle Westbrook type fucking ruined, like. But I think it's like sort of started to collapse in. He's got this piece of pipe, I think, which he's had off like a fucking some part of a bong.
Yeah.
Cut it down, and yeah, before he goes to fucking do a bit, he sticks it up his nose, holds his nostril open, and then
If that isn't a fucking sign to quit.
off he
Jesus.
goes, like.
Oh, my God.
Did it? Like, it's like, what's his name? It is a fucking Bear Grylls, isn't it? A tapped over.
Get stronger, the fucking bionic man, like.
Yeah, it's not like, oh my god, this is out of hand. What should I do to stop? It's like, oh, what should I do to keep going?
Fucking hell.
That's mentality on it.
Yeah, when do you get to the point though with fucking doing cocaine where it's like, right, my nose is really suffering. Let me just get a good friend to blow it up my arse.
Well, yeah.
Well, we'll ask Scott in 6 months. It might be a signal because he's froze. I feel sorry for the fucking walls in his house because he is about to give him a fucking battering.
Boy, he's gonna come into work tomorrow, limping and everything.
I got into a scrap with a fucking dividing wall. I had to stud. I broke my wrist on a fucking stud.
Oh, I tell her I did before, and it fucking wrecked me.
Yeah.
I was building my garage doors, cut a piece of wood that was already on the fucking, the doors are up, and I've trimmed a bit of wood off.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that like quite high enough for the saw, so when I had to punch it off,
Yeah.
fucking punched the wood off, and forgot that I put a screw in the door frame behind.
Oh.
Oh, and literally I skinned my 2 knuckles with the fucking head of a screw. Oh, it bled like fuck, right? But then I was like, oh, my hands and knees heaving because the fucking sensation of it was just like, went through me. So I was like, and then tried to clean my hand up at the same time. I was like,
Oh, fucking
it took
wild.
ages to heal because it was just the skin had gone.
Yeah.
So there was like no scab or anything to go back to. And I thought, if I go to hospital, they can't stitch it. Just
Yeah.
enough skin there. Like.
Fucking hell.
I just had to leave it.
You hurt yourself for the fucking drill as well, didn't it?
Yeah. I was like fucking. The anniversary of that just fucking gone past.
I would say thumbs up, but you can't move your thumb because of fucking nerve damage.
I can't like I can't do as much as the other one. Every time, or nearly every time I've had a bad bump, I've always had a warning first. Like when I did my thumb, I was drilling and the drill bit snapped, the first one, and I thought to myself, oh fucking hell, that could have gone through my hand. Changed the drill bit and did exactly the same thing again. And just before that one snapped, I thought to myself, if it snaps, I was going straight through my fucking hand. Bang! It happened. It was like, I knew it was like a fucking premonition. But it was like, it's like I could laugh at it, like, because it's just fucking, when I done it, I knew straight away that I'd like really fucked myself up. And I give myself a ball again.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's nothing worse than the anger you have at yourself for fucking it.
I didn't even shout out. I just shouted, oh, you fucking stupid cunt.
Yeah.
Like, I was in the kitchen, my missus in the room, she's like, what have you done? And she walked in the kitchen, and I was like, You don't want to come in yet.
Take me to hospital.
She's like, what was that? I was like, a drill through my hand. She went, oh, fuck off, let me have a look. And as soon as I opened my hand, because I'd wrapped it up in my t-shirt straight away, I just like all like gentle tapping noise. And when I looked down on the floor, it was the blood in the fucking wooden floor. I was
Fucking amazing.
Obedience and half hours. Kicked the Scottish doctor.
What, is that like racially motivated or?
No, he was trying to get me to bend my thumb, which was before I had the operation. So I spent.
So he's doing his job.
I spent about 9 or 10 hours in A&E to then be told, yeah, your thumb is fucked. But Morriston can have you in to do like a fucking checkup thing at 10 o'clock in the morning. This was at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, oh, well, I got to go home now and fucking jump in the car and go to Morriston. So then, obviously, I'd had like a little nap in the car on the way down. The Scottish doctor's doing like a pre-op type of like, oh, kind of this, kind of that, kind of feel it, kind of feel it. And he's holding my hand, right? So I got my thumb like this, like in a thumbs up position, and he's holding, not like when you do a thumb more. I was like, yeah, this doctor was trying to get me to bend my thumb in, and I was telling him, I can't, I've fucking been trying since I've done it. He's like, if you don't bend it, I'm going to bend it for you. I was like, if you bend it, I'm going to fucking spark you out. And he was like, I said that. He's like, no, you won't. I said, I'm telling you now, you're going to have a fucking clip if you hurt me. Like, my missus was looking at him and she was like, I wouldn't if I was you. So I was like, my arm was shaking when I was like physically trying to bend my thumb. I couldn't do it. And he just grabbed it and fucking yanked it right over. So I jumped up off the bed and I just fucking belted it straight in his thigh. And he was like, oh, you're not allowed to hit me. Fucking, you know, there's a big fucking penalty for hitting nurses. And my missus turned and looked at him and she said, he did tell you not to fucking do it. There was like 3 beds, right, where people were all having like a pre-op check thing at the same time. So there was like 3 other nurses and 3 other patients in there. And everyone just went quiet. It's just like, fuck, what's just happened? He was a fucking normal. Everyone else was great, but he was a fucking mob.
But you did end up getting fixed, didn't you?
Aye, some shape, like.
Some shape or form.
Yeah. I still got my thumb, like, I can't use it a little bit. I haven't got full feeling back yet.
Your kill-death ratio on fucking Modern Warfare's gone down, like. You're playing in the disabled leagues now.
When the surgeon come around, he was like, oh, well, we've got to do this, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. This is how we're going to fix your thumb. And he's like, oh, in 6 weeks' time, you'll have like full feeling back and full mobility. And I was like, oh, would I be able to play guitar? And he was like, yeah, you'll be able to go back and play guitar. And I was like, I couldn't fucking play before anyway, so that's fucking brilliant. The doctor didn't find it funny, like.
I was talking about fucking spending too much time on my phone last week, and now I just got sent a pair of boobies, and I'm like a little fucking school kid. It's like, that's the last shadows.
More boobies.
I know. Fucking hell. I need more friends like her because she's like, look, I got him PS. It's like, oh, come on, but.
Come on, man. Yeah, so now this fucking session Dylan's trying to organise now for the end of May.
Well, we can't talk about that. I think it's illegal. Oh no! Don't fucking buy me up.
What's Sesh?
Oh, Dad wasn't invited.
Oh, thanks, boys.
I can come in because
Sound boys. Don't worry. No fucking worries. Don't worry. I'll have my own fucking sesh with blackjack and hookers.
All right, Bender. Well, I didn't mean that as the homophobic slur. I meant that as the robot from Futurama.
Good comeback, bro. Good comeback.
I thought you were being homophobic.
Hey, when you hear me now?
Hey,
Loud and clear, man.
I'll be finished now, mine, Scott.
Aye, my microphone quality shit, boy.
And after this Bad Habits episode, fucking no one is going to want to be in a relationship with me. Because the 6 girls I'm currently talking to, 3 of them are my mate's exes. No, I'm not. That's a joke.
It's actually
not, is it?
4.
It's not,
It's
is it?
actually 4, is it? No, I can't publish that. All right.
We all know you got previous for that, though.
Oh, I did it once. I did it once. I swear to God.
Oh, bullshit.
I did it once. Yeah, that's a fucking terrible habit, shagging your mate's ex. But You know, they got to move on up to the big leagues at some point. Fuck off, you League fucking loser. Welcome to the Premier League. Fucking shag your life, beer.
Shag your life.
Anyway, what are the you know when I'm in a hotel, like, you know, you dry your ass when you go out of the shower.
Yeah.
When I'm in a hotel and I know those bed sheets are going to be changed tomorrow morning when I'm out working, I will get out of the shower, dry my body, and then spread my ass cheeks and sit on the bed to dry my ass.
Remind me to never share a hotel room with you, Dale.
Well, just stay.
Oh, you wouldn't be invited, Dan, evidently.
Yeah, evidently, yeah. Fucking.
How did we? No, it wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional that we didn't invite you.
Dan, he wouldn't invite you to an hotel. You know his mate text messages.
Fuck off. I did it once. That's fucking rough. And I apologized. And I got my heart broken. And I'm $2,000 down. So my mother made the best Christmas dinner in the world. And I would eat until it fucking hurt on Christmas. Fucking eat until I was fucking unwell. But what I'd do is eat the Christmas dinner. And then I'd offer to take everyone's plates out into the kitchen to clean them up. And then once they were in the kitchen and I was left alone with the leftovers and the roast potatoes that hadn't gone on plates, I would just stand there and eat the fucking leftovers, already disgustingly, upsettingly full, and just keep pushing food into my face.
You are Cartman.
Oh, that's so fucking hurtful.
Have you ever had toothpaste?
Fully grown Cartman.
I've ever been so angry you've had toothpaste. Answer truthfully.
All right, I haven't had toothpaste, but I swear to God, I've had something and I've started eating it and I was like, I don't like that. That doesn't even taste good. And then just continue to eat it. And I will finish it for the sake of finishing it. What other?
You know how many calories I got for my maintenance?
How much?
Have a guess.
You're a big cunt, so I'm going to say like 2,750.
No, 3,000.
3,000. Oh,
just to stay the same weight.
I'm on 1,800 calories at the moment as a deficit. Oh, I hit the 4.5 stone mark so far.
Hey, whatever.
But
Sugar-free toothpaste, but is it?
Sugar-free toothpaste. I love full fat toothpaste. Am I going to have to start counting toothpaste in my calories?
Only if you swallow that.
I always swallow any white liquid in my mouth. I fucking swallow.
One of mine is the opposite end.
So one of my bad habits is
You fucking prick. No, fucking. I can't multitask for shit. If I'm doing something and someone's talking to me, my bad habit on that front is I'm actively trying to listen to this person, whoever's talking to me, but I'm fully well aware of the fact that I'm actually not listening. And halfway through the conversation,
no means no, though, yeah?
I've noticed, yeah, because 50% of being on a podcast with fucking 4 other people is listening.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Crack on, Anne. So you shit.
I lost my train of thought now, boys.
You need to stop smoking our weed.
I haven't smoked in fucking
5 hours.
5 days.
I don't fucking believe it.
I haven't smoked since the last time.
Fucking, I might roll a biff now. Fucking, I'm half tempted.
Oh, no, Don, because Scott will start racking up lines and punching walls.
Punching holes in walls and
Fucking Richard will start spending stuff on the internet.
He will choke out his kids. He like to spend one.
Dylan's will open a fresh tube of fucking toothpaste.
Full fat.
You literally just missed that. The mic and I wouldn't connect, so I was literally fucking smashing the laptop on the table and everything trying to get it to fucking work.
Why doesn't the microphone
corporate.
work? It's like, oh, I've just punched the fuck out of it.
And didn't go get a fucking Red Bull.
You go get a Red Bull. Yeah, is that code for cocaine?
Yeah,
Is that-
you know what it is.
We usually drink Monsters in work, but every now and again we'd have a Red Bull. We'd just say, "Oh, do you want a can of Spencer?" Or top
fucking
shelf.
expensive.
Know the big ones, like the Red Bulls are the size of the Monster cans. Like £2.50 a can. I come out to the
Premium
shop.
stuff.
Yeah, I come out to the shop with 2 of them in the day, and he was like, fucking hell, man, keep getting on it. We were
Just palpitations and sweat, isn't it? That's what it is.
My fucking ex.
I don't know, yeah, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like.
one of my exes saying, "Oh, I've just taken a hay fever tablet, and it feels the same about as the time that I did like space cakes, brownies." And I was like, "Why the fuck was I spending 40 quid making brownies for us when I could have just
You could have
popped?
just taken an antihistamine. Like.
I could have popped you a citrazine, and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm flying."
What's that?
And I can't say it.
How dare you burp on a podcast?
I
You
did-
fucking filthy bastard.
I just burped on mic. Oh, clearly one of my bad habits is fucking being a hypocrite. And don't say no, Dale, you're actually a fucking hippo, you fat cunt.
Nobody was thinking that.
Yeah, what do you feel?
I know Richard was. He was just sat there thinking, come on, you fucking hippopotamus cunt.
This is why I'm going to webcam in it so you can't see his reactions.
I'm scrolling Facebook.
He's scrolling Facebook, punching the wall, doing a line of Spensive and fucking
Drinking a Red Bull.
drinking a Red Bull.
Joint at the same time.
All right, so I can't say her name because,
Legal reasons.
yeah, but I'll tell her the story of when she got really stoned. It was fucking amazing. This is fucking relevant because smoking weed's a fucking bad habit. So she never smoked. She never smoked, never did any drugs, none at all. But she fancied trying weed. She fancied it. So I picked up one of those dry herb vapes.
Yeah.
You know, when it just gets it hot enough to get the THC out. I don't know, I'm not a fucking chemist. And we were in the living room doing it, just hoofing it, you know. And I was like, all right, I feel... Oh, shit, I said her name?
I'm not going to say her name for legal reasons.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to censor that. I'm going to have to say, oh, my God, she joins the chat.
Are you fucking talking about me?
She didn't sound like that, just in case she listened. Another bad habit, doxing my mates. I was like, right, I feel stoned now. I feel fucking stoned as fuck. You need to stop dragging this. I'm done taking hits. We can chill. And I think she has, if she's going to do a little bit of something, she's going to do a lot of something, which didn't really work in the relationship because I only had a little bit of cock. So I was like, you put that down now because I've had enough and I've been smoking weed for a while. And I went out into the kitchen and I was getting snacks and that, and all I heard was like, it's like, she's fucking dragging that silly bitch, chilling out. And then I go back in the living room. It's like, okay, we'll have our snacks. And then I was like, I am so stoned. I'm going to go to bed. I was like, you need to come up to bed with me. Not in like, I'm going to sexually assault you way. I was too stoned for that. More, it's bedtime. You were fucking mangled. And she was like, I can't move. I'm so bashed. I can't move. I was like, okay, I'll take her upstairs now. So I put my arms underneath her, and I don't know if it was me stoned or her stoned, but that woman was made out of concrete. She was not fucking moving. There was no... My wristwatch just said that I completed my exercise ring today, so it clearly thinks I'm exercising. Good job. I was like, right, let's go upstairs. She wasn't moving. It's like, right, you're on the fucking sofa. That's your life. Deal with it. I get her in bed, and I swear to God, I can hear through the floor just like... And it's like, I'm too stoned to move. I'm baked out of my head. There's no way she can be doing more. There's no way. So I finally drift off to sleep. And then I like, you know, when you sense a presence in the room,
Yeah.
I open my eyes and turn over and I look in the doorway and there's just a silhouette of her stood in the doorway with her hand leaning on the wall. And I look at her and I go, are you all right? And she just looks at me dead in the eye and goes, Dylan, I think I'm stoned.
I think I'm stoned.
I think I'm stoned. And I'm like, fuck yeah. It was a mistake leaving the fucking vape down there with her. She's like, I think I'm stoned. It's like, okay, come into bed, have a cut for me, you'll be all right. She climbs into bed with her spooning, and she's there, like, dead straight, totally stiff. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to try and get some sleep. Trying to get some sleep, giving her a cut, letting her know everything's all right. 10 minutes later, she's still lying there. And I was like, would you like to go downstairs? She's like, yes, please. I'd really like to go downstairs. So I escort her downstairs, take her down into the living room, and she goes into the living room. And as soon as she gets in there, she turns around and fucking looks at the sofa. She looks at it and she goes, oh, thank God. I was like, wow, what's going on? She was like, I genuinely thought I was dead on the sofa and I was in fact a ghost. And I was like, I told you to put that fucking vape pen down. Fucking, I told her to stop tickling the dragon because it would eventually take her to the nether realm. She was void walking, but I swear. She eventually fucking relaxed and we started chatting and that. And I was like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I feel better now. But there was a period of time where I thought my head was on fire. I was like, okay, that's an interesting reaction. Because the problem is, you know, if you were smoking weed or doing bongs like you're a fucking, you know, teenager, when you're first doing it, you eventually green out. You know, you can't physically smoke anymore. You can't do another bong. You can't smoke another spliff. But with this vape pen, it just felt like fucking air going down. It didn't feel like fucking anything. So she just got mega stoned. She was like, yeah, I thought my head was on fire. I'm like, that's an interesting response. She was like, oh, I probably spent about 20 minutes in the garden wearing a dressing gown, walking in circles, parting her head because she thought her head was on fire.
Like, I got a similar story about having a bit too much of something when you should have known when to stop.
But it was just when we fucking moved in. So can you imagine what the neighbours thought? I was like, oh. Come on, go on, Nicky. Doing too much. That's a good bad habit.
So me and Scott went to Swansea one night to see a dubstep DJ.
That was a good night. Can't remember much about it, but it was a good night.
Yeah, so I drive down, goes to see this DJ, and I managed to, I don't know, I think I found them somewhere. Some diazepams. Some big blue and yellow ones. And so I take a couple in this fucking dubstep show. Feel a little bit fruity, floating around, enjoying myself. Scott's like, nah, it's not for you, it's not for me, it's not for me. So anyway, we jumped in the car to come home. Scott looked at me like, he went, what's in Valium's like that? I was like, oh, they're lovely, man. He goes, what does it feel like? I was like, oh, it's just like getting stoned, but in a tablet. Oh, let me have one then. So I was like, we've done it before? No. So I give him a little 5 milligram one. Just swallows that. Bear in mind now, like the drive from Swansea to Harvard is about 20 minutes, half hour. So we're driving along, the guy, Scott goes, I don't feel nothing, let me have another one. So I give him another 5. And then a couple of minutes later, he's like, it's a shit, man, I'm not feeling nothing, let me have another one. So I thought, right, I'll give him a fucking, I'll follow strength now, I'll give him a 10. Fucking. So I give him a 10. Coming up against his bank, he goes, these tablets are shit, man, they're not doing anything, let me have another one. So I give him another 10, and I was like, right, that's it, you're not having any fucking more, like. So I just started to see this girl, went to go see her in the classic days of Tesco's car park. Pulls up next to her, didn't realise that all of these fucking tablets must have hit Scott at the same time. So he pulls up next to her, starts talking at the car window. She's like, who are you with? And it's Scott, but as I turned around and looked like that, he's gone. He wasn't in the car. He'd slid down into the fucking footwell.
Yeah, fucking melted, man.
I was like, Scott, you're like, he like picked himself back up. But you know when you watch an old person get out of a chair and it just looks like so much effort. Like fucking they've like built up the encouragement for like the last 20 minutes to get out of that chair. It was like watching him get himself back in the chair, he sits down and she goes, fucking hell, Scott, what's wrong with you? And he put the same effort into the one word that they could get out. Just looked at him and like, Valium. I was like, I think for a second, I was like, fucking hell, he's in a knot, like. So in the end, he's like, I gotta go home. He's like, I'm not good, get him home. So I take him home, watch him go through the door, and I was like, right, he's got to be in safe hands now. I didn't see the fucker for 2 days. I thought he was fucking dead, right?
Oh, that fear.
Couldn't do it. I was phoning him, ringing him. He was still working in the hairdressers as well at the time. So fuck it, I turned up at the hairdressers, he's not working, and then like no one can get hold of him. I thought, fuck, he's dead.
He's dead. Fuck, that's big for you.
I packed up the encouragement to go to his mother's house. So I was like, she needs to fucking know who's killed her boy, like.
At least I can look her in the face and tell her I killed her son.
It turns up to his house now. His man's like, oh yeah, boy, he's in bed. Come in bed. I'll go wake him up now. So she goes upstairs. I could hear her shouting, night. There's this Scott's mother's fucking mental. Oh, you little cunt, fucking you bum boys here, or something like that, she says. Down she comes. She's like, oh, you haven't been well, see, boy, he's been in bed for the last 2 days. I was like, oh, is it? Oh, like, why? She goes, I don't know, he's got like a really bad cold or something. So fucking down he comes in his pants. Like a fucking zombie. Like, Scott, you're right, oh, fucking hell, man.
I want more Valium, please.
I never do it.
I fucking loved it, man.
He's like, I can't do that again. His mother goes, Scott, what's the matter with you? And he gave his mother the exact same reaction as he did to my ex-girlfriend. Just looked at her and went, Valium.
She
fucking slapped her
I've got a story for this as
so
well.
fucking hard, right? It echoed down the fucking street.
Amazing. So clearly, Scott, your bad habit isn't limited with just cocaine.
No, man, my bad habit is not knowing my fucking limits, I think. I've just realised it.
Me and Daniel have got a good Scott story.
Fucking. Go on, Dale, you tell him this one.
All right, so we meet up for a ghoul out. We meet up in Aberdeen Weatherspoons, where Skitty spends too much of his money.
Yeah.
And Scott says, oh, I'm going to fuck off for a bit, boys. I'll be right back. It's like, oh, okay. See you in a bit, Scott. Hours and hours go by and he doesn't come back. It's like, well, he's got some pussy or something. And bear in mind, this is a very important fact, is that he was wearing a fucking t-shirt. Is it a Cradle of Filth t-shirt where on the back it says Jesus is a cunt?
Yeah, and on the front.
Yeah, that's my t-shirt, man. That is my fucking
masturbating
t-shirt.
with a crucifix on the front.
Really classy. So he disappears for hours and hours. And it's like me and Dan, it's like, all right, it's time to go and hit the town. And we're walking down the street and we just see this guy standing in the middle of the road and it's like, look at that wasted cunt. Look at that poor bastard. And it's like, that poor bastard is Scott. I get in front of him. I get right in front of him and I look him in the eyes and I'm like, hello, Scott. And he looks me dead in the eyes and he's just not there. He's just fucking goners. He was staring at me, staring at him, and it's like, oh, he's bad. He's not there. He's not home.
It was fucking gone. I don't know what happened. Right?
And after about
It's gone. Right?
after about 30 seconds, I look him in the eye. He goes, oh, hiya, Dill. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, mate? He's like, oh, I think there's something wrong with this cocaine I got. And it's like, oh, is there? He was like, do you want to see if it's okay? I took it off him. I took a bump. I was like, oh, that cocaine's totally fine. But I still said, oh, it might be dodgy. I'll hold on to that for you. I'll hold on to that for you.
I'll dispose of this for you.
Yeah,
I'm such a good friend.
I'll put it in an amnesty bin because I don't want to see you hurt yourself.
He might sleep with your ex-girlfriend, but
he's got your best interest at heart. Like,
yeah, he's there for you in other ways.
Scott, because you can't remember it, you actually said, yes, Dylan, you can have this. But anyway,
I believe it.
we got him to a bench and it's like, what's your address? What's your address? And it took 45 minutes to get his address out of him. Got his fucking postcode. We didn't get the house number, but we got the postcode. It's like, all right, at least I can build him into a taxi and get him into the right fucking street. And he's like, but I want to go out with you guys. You know, I want to keep drinking. And it's like, okay, I guess if he's with us, that, you know, he won't get hurt. We managed to get into a pub. We sat there hanging out. It was a bit shit because it was fucking 3 a.m. in Aberdeen. I turned around for a fucking second and I swear a fucking second and he's gone, completely gone. It's like, oh, okay, well, that seems like a whole hell of a lot and not my problem anymore. I'm sure he'll get home safe at some point. And that was the night that we got into, was it the pickled pepper, Dan?
yeah. Do you want me to carry on with the rest of the story?
Do you want to say it? Start with us talking to the bouncer at the front door.
Yes. So after Scott had left, we were trying to crawl our way into a pub and everything shut in by this time in Aberdeen. Now, so we get the Pickled Pepper by the bottom end of town, and this bouncer's there on the front door. And I had been there, I think, the week before or fortnight before, sort of thing. So I'd been talking to him anyway, and I was like, "Oh, but can you let us in?" Sort of thing. Everywhere else is shut, and he's like, "Nah, boys, I can't. We're too full. It's after hours." But if you go around the back door might be open. So me and Dylan are like, fucking boy, this is sound, right? We've got a chance of getting in, carry on drinking. So we walk around the back of this fucking filthy pub.
So bear in mind, he knew that back door was locked and barred. He knew no one gets in and out the back door because there's a giant fucking iron fence. Imagine an alcove in the door. The fence goes all the way up the door except for a 1 foot gap at the top, so no one's getting in.
Yeah, so we get on the back of this now. Me and Dylan look at each other like, how the fuck are we gonna get over this? There's no fucking way we're not getting in.
I'm a fat man, and he's an unathletic ginger that smokes weed. We're not getting over this fucking door.
So fucking lo and behold, out to the darkness of this alley, some fucking crackhead turns up and he's like, "Oh, boys, are you trying to get into this pub?" And we're like, "Yeah, fucking, do you know what? Oh, what?" He's like, "Yeah, throw me over this fence then." So me and Dylan pick this boy up now, right? He's stinking, fuck knows where he's been, right?
He weighed about 4 stone. This little fucking, this Vietnam veteran, God bless him for our country.
So that we pick up this Vietnam veteran, right, and we push him over through this 1 foot gap in the top of this fence, right, and as he goes over, he fucking lands on his neck.
He lands head first on stone floor from about 7 foot in the air.
7 foot, yeah.
His head hits the fucking floor, and me and Dan look at each other. It's like, we killed him. I know 100%. The sound of his head hitting the floor and his entire body folded up like a fucking deck chair on top of him. It's like, we have just killed this fucking crackhead.
So fucking, lo and behold, me and Dylan are looking at each other like, fuck, what do we do? And then a second later, the crackhead gets up and we're like, fucking sound, this boy's alive, right? And he's like, sound for that, boys. He opens the back gate then, me and Dylan go in, and the way this pub is built, the dance floor's at the back and this back door goes onto the dance floor. So as we're walking in then, there's this 7 foot tall fucking security guard walking towards us, and we're both like, we're going to get thrown out now. Bouncer walks straight past us, grabs his crackhead, and throws him out through the back door. Me and Dylan walk straight up to the bar, fine, no problem.
Never, and I swear to God, never doubt the resiliency of a fucking Valley's crackhead. He came back to life. Dan missed out. You know when his head hit the floor?
I'll be back now.
When his head hit the fucking floor, Dan missed out. We looked at each other, and Dan just said, "Shall we run?"
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's like, shall we run away? We've just killed a man. Shall we run away? And I was like, I don't know. Should we run away? And then I was like, no, there's definitely CCTV at this back door. There's just video evidence. So we're going to have to break into this bar, delete the CCTV, and then hopefully get away with killing this crackhead. During that conversation, fucking Jesus Christ, the crackhead fucking came back to life.
Good night, that was. Fucking, I got one following.
So basically, I can't handle my drugs, and I should fucking take a leaf out of my book and just don't do as much as I normally do.
Well, if you're going to do drugs, at least be good at them. Like that crackhead.
That's what I need to do, yeah.
If you do drugs properly, you'll just live forever, apparently.
I got another one following on from fucking Scot's story with Valium. I'm not going to name the boy, but the boy, one of the boys I used to live with in Cardiff, right?
His name's Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen. We'll call him Stephen for this. So Stephen, right? He got himself hooked on Xanax, which is apparently, I think it's like 10 times stronger than Valium. So he was doing Xanax every day and living with him. You'd see his life. It was slowly deteriorating, and I felt so sorry for this boy, right? But the wake-up call for this boy, right? He went to Newport with a pot of Xanax in his pocket, right? And he was on the fucking dance floor in one of these clubs, popping pills one after another, right? And then the next day he wakes up in a fucking police cell, not knowing what the score is, how he's got there, right? And the story of what happened to him after that then was the fact that he was on this dance floor popping these pills. One of the bouncers spotted him, thinking, all right, he's got this many on him, he must be dealing, right? And he must have been fucked the amount he was on, right? So he wakes up the next day now, right? and he plays the fucking victim card to the police. He's an addict with it. So the police were going to do him for intent to supply, but because he came up with his story, the police ended up giving him a prescription for Valium to get him off the Xanax. Fucking unbelievable.
I used to do lots of stuff to piss off my mother when I lived with her as a kid. Apparently,
They're the best ones.
yeah. What used to drive her fucking mental is fucking. I wasn't sending fucking second dick signs to Daniel then. I was like, can I have a go at that vape?
Don't lie, Dill. We all know what's happening after this podcast, but it's the reason I come to your house to do this, but
Nah, I smoked weed without your mother finding out. But yeah, I used to piss off my mother. What did I used to do with fucking pissing off my mother? Shoes up the stairs. Oh, she fucking hated her.
Shoes upstairs. Oh, wearing shoes upstairs.
Fuck yeah. What did you think I meant?
Putting
Just lining them up on each step.
I don't know. I didn't know whether you meant like leaving your shoes on the stairs or you'd
No.
piss her off so much you would throw shoes up the stairs.
My mother's never been a violent, aggressive woman. The only time my mother... Oh, fuck, I dropped my penis.
chaos.
I caught them. I saved them. But no, my mother never punished me with physical violence, and I think that's a massive reason of why I'm currently in a self-help group with a bunch of mates. I reckon if I had a couple more good smacks, I would have been all right.
Oh, my mother, man, fucking hell. She was an animal.
The only time my mother ever hit me, the only time my mother ever fucking hit me was, oh no, there's a couple of times. Oh, it's all coming back to me now. Oh,
It's all coming back. The flash
No.
of the bang.
I'll talk about the most recent time. Is she, for some reason, she'd shop in Lidl a lot. Fucking Lidl is awesome. I love Lidl. I bought fucking 6 steaks for £13 there. They were £10 last year, but what are you going to do? Inflation or not? She discovered these scrumpy cans in Lidl. Imagine the fucking strength of scrumpy cans from Lidl. Proper fight squash. Proper fucking fight squash. So she would get about 3 of these in her a night. And it was when I was an adult going to visit my parents. She'd get 3 cans in her and she would fucking change. She would fucking change. And luckily there's a Snapchat video of it happening, because if I didn't have video evidence, she wouldn't have fucking believed me. I had to walk her upstairs to the toilet so she didn't fall down the fucking stairs. And I waited outside the door for it to be finished. I didn't watch my mother piss.
That would just be weird.
Everyone's got to have a hobby.
So I waited outside. I watched Dan's mother piss. So I waited outside the door, waited for her to come out, and I thought I'd be funny and do a Snapchat video of my mother being drunk. So I had it in selfie mode, taking a video, and I go, "Hiya, Mum," and she looks at the camera and she goes, "Oh, it's me." And I'm like, "Yeah," and she just goes, "Fuck off," and kicks me down the stairs.
Yes.
Support right where you need it. Like,
Fucking hell. Kicks me all the way down the stairs.
Oh man, I got fucking like countless stories of me getting belted as a kid by like my mother, my father, and my stepfather.
It was like a fucking Royal Rumble.
Oh man, I remember. Do you know what an alkathene pipe is?
Alpathene?
Alkathene,
Alkathene, no.
with a blue plastic fucking pipe,
So it's plastic except blue, is it? Fucking hell.
but it's
did-
super thick. It's like fun to use them for the sheds and stuff.
I didn't realise fucking being a tradie was so hard. Like, blue pipe.
Yeah, but you don't have. Fuck off, Dylan.
What do you call black pipe?
Fucking black pipe.
black pipe. When you call black pipe lunch.
No, Scott. Scott, you misheard. You're thinking about crack pipe, you fucking animal.
No, it's
Sorry,
called
I started clicking in.
So what colour pipes you got? Well, I got white, I got black, I got alpathene, also known as
It's not
blue.
alkathene.
Alkathene. Okay, sorry. Blue pipe, I'll call it from now on.
Yeah. So fucking, I remember one time really like fucking winding my stepfather up to the point of he gave me the look as if like he's gonna kill me. So I started running away, and he used to have this sort of like 1.5 meter, 2 meter long piece of pipe,
Mm.
and he'd use it like for when he was like riding his horse and fucking hitting kids and everything. Like, so I'm running away from him laughing. All of a sudden, I could just hear this fucking noise coming behind me, like, right? And then I just fucking, it slapped me across the back of both my fucking thighs. Hit me flat like at the same time, fucking whack. And it's so hard, right? And it was so painful. I just fucking seized up midair and just like hit the deck like I just got fucking taser.
Were you gagging on the floor again?
I had quite a few cracks in that nicotine pipe.
My dad used to use a spatula.
My fucking mother threw a welly at me once up the stairs and smacked me in the fucking back of the head right as I was on the top step and they kicked me into the fucking wall. When my mother and father first split up, it was obviously me and my sister living with my mother, and she used to have a fucking, like a jockey's whip, a short little fucking... Then she used to have one of them for fucking hitting me and my sister with.
Like a little fetish whip, is there? Did you have a little love heart on the end of it?
I thought it was a jockey's whip anyway, but
Well,
she used to fucking give me and my sister a crack on the leg with that if we were fucking about.
I'm sure you. Why did your mother have a fucking jockey's whip? But I know your fucking dad was well into it.
Nah, man, my mother used to be into horses.
Fucking hell, she.
In fact, it wasn't a welly shit in the back of the head, but it was a fucking riding boot.
It was a. I was going to make a joke about your mother shagging horses then, but I couldn't bring up the courage.
It's alright, Bill. But yeah, fucking loads and loads.
My dad used to use a fucking spatula, and then one day he swung it at me, and I put my fist up, and it split from the top to the bottom on my knuckle. And I looked at him, I was like, "You no longer have power over me, old man." The next day, he came on with 36 fucking spatulas, and he's like, I can buy them for 15p. And it's like, oh. So he'd keep swinging them at me, and I'd keep putting my knuckle out, and they'd keep splitting. And I was like, "What you got now?" Then he turned them fucking sideways. And I put my knuckle up, and the spatula didn't split, and my fucking knuckle split. And I was like, "I am so sorry for everything I have done."
I remember fucking, and I got caught smoking weed when I was younger, and I was in my bedroom grounded, and fucking me and my mother was just sort of like clashing heads for about a week. I was finding things to piss her off. She was biting, and just like the tension and was just growing in the house. And we started arguing this one time. I ran and locked myself in my bedroom. We started like the barn doors with a clip. The old type barn fucking catches.
Your mother was well into horses, man.
And we lived in a converted barn.
That's how you don't know how to close the door behind you cunt.
I fucking wedged a 5p piece in the fucking catch to stop her opening the door. So I fucking run in the bedroom, lock myself in the bedroom, put my stereo on full blast, fucking the prodigy smacked my bitch up and just fucking sat on the bed. I could hear her banging the door. I was like, she's never getting into it. Next thing, but she come fucking bounding through the door like the Hulk. Boom, door.
Riding on a mighty steed.
Yeah, on a fucking stallion. And
also known as your father.
I started fucking...
He's got a gimp mask on in the shape of a horse's head.
With a little fucking mane on it.
Quite a long face.
Dad, tell it to stop. Nay.
I forgot to say that. Oh yeah, and she started fucking. I remember she started like fucking slapping my leg, and I was laughing at her. I was going, "It don't hurt. It don't hurt. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" And she just fucking put her hand out and she grabbed the inside of my thigh, squeezed and twisted, and I was fucking. I went from lying on my bed laughing at her, telling her to slap for a week, to up in the corner of my fucking ceiling, screaming at her, "All right, you fucking hurts. Let me go. Let's go."
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, it's like, you are superior. You win.
She asserted dominance on you, but that's how they fucking break horses as well.
Yeah, oh, it's fucking tough as boots, my older was. And the thing is, my older sister's exactly the same. She's fucking just, her and my mother hated each other. Not hated each other, but they'd always argue. They never like got on for more than a month at a time. And it was because of that, man. Because they fucking exactly the same personalities. Like, and the thing, my mother is, she can't like, she couldn't argue. So like you can get
Yeah.
really good like slanging match with someone. My mother couldn't think of things to say fast enough. So that would fucking wind her up and she just flip her shit and just end up fucking lamping her instead of how did we get on the fucking stories of your parents beating your ass from fucking bad habits?
I don't know. Maybe beating your children's a
having
bad
bad
habit.
habits.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do we have anything left, or are we calling adjourned to this week's Old School Ghouls Support Club?
And call it a night, is it?
Call it a night, boys. All right.
That's only me and you,
Fucking
Dylan.
It's been good.
Yeah. Are we done, Scott? Have we got all our problems out in the open?
Think so. I'm a raging crackhead and I can't say no.
Wonderful. Do you want to suck my cock for some crack?
Don't tempt me, though. I've done it for less. For less.
Well, you sucked my cock for less. I told you you could be on a podcast.
He's like, I got don't be a menace. I got these cheeseburgers, man.
This is where he's like, oh, didn't everyone have to suck your cock to be on the podcast?
That's another thing we've let slip tonight. Now, like the goal of Dan was invited to.
What?
It's another thing we've let slip tonight. Now, like the goal of Dan was invited to.
Oh, Dan, it was mentioned in the Google chat. You just clearly don't check your phone enough. You smoke too much weed, but
Got too many bad habits, Dan.
don't worry, we didn't tell him the date. So
Yeah.
Fair enough, boys. Don't worry. As I said, I'll throw my own fucking ghoul out with blackjack and hookers like that.
well, you stole that joke
Blackjack.
last episode and it didn't really land, so you're stealing it again.
Anyway,
All right.
McNeil, you haven't told us about your fucking romantic night away,
Ooh.
which couldn't have been very romantic because you haven't spent a week fucking chatting about it in the group chat.
Maybe, boys, we're trying to be a bit more reserved now because you fucking all to me. So
Yeah, we know he didn't get laid because he wouldn't have fucking stopped talking about it.
Yeah.
might have got late.
You told me earlier, Daniel, that you didn't get laid.
But could have lied.
Oh, shut up, Dan.
He said he came into the house and the first thing he said to me was, "I got a new girlfriend." I was like, "Oh, good for you, Daniel." And then he was like, "I was like, did you get laid?" And he's like, "No."
Oh, you must really
I
like
got a new
her.
girlfriend who only gives me a fucking handoff.
No, they just spooned. They did. That's all they did was spoon.
Who paid for the weekend away, Dan?
Daniel
Which
did.
mean who paid?
The fucking government, because she lives in a council house.
She's actually doing a master's degree, so she's in a student house. So
In what? Fucking.
She fucking dating losing. It's like a fucking psychological experiment to get a weird boyfriend.
don't know. I'm banging it out enough as it is, buddy. Boys, I still don't understand why she likes me, because she's fucking way out of my league.
She don't like you, but you're the subject of a dissertation.
Aw.
All right, clearly a bad habit of mine is being horrible to people. And
Oh no, just Dan McNeil.
wait, no, sorry, Dan McNeil, you don't count as people, mate.
Oh yeah, I'm ginger and I am got a soul.
It's nothing to do with being ginger. I'm friends. All right, well, I need to call it quits, or I'll just keep being horrible now.
I don't know. I can stay up for another 20 minutes listening to you being horrible to that.
Oh, I love you,
I
Dan
just say-
McNeil. Well, fuck off out of my house.
Showing it.
Fuck off out of my house then if you can't stand it.
A funny way to show it.
No, don't worry. I love you, Dan. You know I love you to fucking bits, man.
Yeah, we all love it, Dan.
Just
You're only saying that because I got your fucking guitar.
oh well, I gave you that guitar. Oh, that's a bad habit, Dan. Oh, give me a guitar and I'll fix it. It's been almost
2
fucking
years.
2 years now. Guitar not fixed. So Dan, you just
not
like
fair.
your mates, but
I'm not training far behind them doubts. I still haven't painted that fucking helmet.
you bastard.
Glad I'm not the only one. Thanks, Nick.
It's still here. It's still me.
Well, it's not broken any further.
No. Right, I tell you what, I'm going to take it away to work with me tomorrow and I'll paint it when I'm not doing anything.
So you can look at it and go, yeah, I remember telling
That's
Dylan
not
I do
getting
that.
done.
Scott will be like, I found some bags, but
He'd be like, where's Scott? Like, oh, fucking hell, I need something. I got to sort something out.
In my old man's house, so fucking, you cannot stop clicking down here, like.
yeah, you'll find like horse head gimp masks and everything and all sorts.
You only get the brown internationally, but
Oh, don't.
spice up your
Don't
life.
let me.
Don't let me.
Don't let me. Don't let the devil in. Don't let the devil into my nose.
It's not like, oh, but don't. No, I'll never do that. True, but just don't let me.
Two, don't let me do any more of that.
Don't let me kiss.
Just looking across the room where you're like, why are you watching me do this?
Please let me do a little bit more, please.
Just keeping him as my bitch, like just fucking feeding him Biggie heroin.
Wicked.
Right, I'm going.
Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for everyone listening to the Old School Ghoul Support Club. I hope it helped you as we delve deeper and deeper into our dark, dirty little psyches.
Yeah, and even though the episode was supposed to be about bad habits, but we didn't really speak much about bad habits.
Speaking off topic is a terribly bad habit.
Yes.
I think that is the fucking pinnacle of the episode, is that nobody spoke really about a bad habit. It was just like fucking taking off topic. Apart from Scott, who said he was a permanent crackhead.
All right.
I love you, Scott.
All right. Goodbye, guys.
See you later.
Next meeting. Cheerio.
Bye.
TTFN.
Look, it's beautiful.